Yeah.
Oh, my phone's there. I can't.
I have there were runes inside that little swirly dealie, weren't there?
Yeah.
I did not write those down. I just had
You
that little
texted a picture to the
rudimentary.
group chat, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Good
I
job.
can't check because my phone's in use. So.
Do. Group chat.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll text it you.
While we're on the subject, does it feel any worse than does it feel worse than when the burning? And...
It's been consistently burning the whole time. Yeah.
Should we tell him?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would probably.
Yeah, while I'm there, I'm gonna tell him about seems there's also a.
Yeah, there we go.
A magical effect, some sort of subsidiary. I'm making up words.
So 1,
You
2,
tell him.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that little diamondy looking thing in the middle, are those symbols on that as well?
That itself seems to be a large individual symbol.
Okay, so there's... And the little dots on the outside are not symbols, are they?
They're just dots. They almost seem to just be like a framework for
6, 7, 8,
like,
9, 10,
to make it
11, 12,
a squarish.
Okay, so there's 14 outer runes, and then one main rune in the middle.
It could be main. It's just a larger symbol.
While Professor is running around, can I sort of nod to this guy and be like, tell him about the burning?
Burning? I would see a physician. Oh, jeez, oh man.
We have one more on our party who's not currently with us. They are out doing their own thing, but when they are away from the group, the symbols itch like an irritation or a mild discomfort.
That's bad news, everyone. And he kind of goes back to touching Zodel's symbol and he kind of flicks it a couple times. It's worse, better, better.
Do I feel anything?
He's just annoying the shit out of you. He's trying to gauge, if touched, if bothered, does the burning increase?
It's more internal.
Interesting.
So how many of the 14 symbols have we identified what kind of language they are?
Are any of them Orcish by chance?
There's one Orcish symbol, yeah.
Oh.
Gnomish?
There's one Gnomish symbol, yeah.
Do I know what the Gnomish symbol means?
You do not.
Do I know what the Orcish
So
symbol
even
means?
you do not. So that's Professor with this big, this massive volume of symbols. He's flipping through and he's
It's
finding
only half of the symbols that I have.
Yeah, so and he's pointing them out. He's like, this one, Elvish, no description. We've seen it before, but nobody's ever discovered what it means. And he flips through to the next one, the Dwarvish, same thing. And he flips again. The Orcish, this one actually means, that's the wrong symbol. No explanation. It's fascinating. I've never been so intrigued by a symbology in my entire life.
Wait, if the symbols have been found before, and there's no explanation, where have they been seen at the very least?
I didn't write this book.
So there's nothing.
I have to check the catacombs. It may take me the better part of a day. I just mainly wanted to see you to get a good look at it so I could... I'm losing my Farnsworth real fast. So I could properly write it down.
Okay, so Vessel, Infernal, Draconic, Dwarven, Elven, Orc, Gnome. That's 8.
Don't forget Celestial.
Celestial.
Celestial, yeah.
While we're here, I don't think Zodel wants to say it, but this is Xander saying could one of us ask him if just by how it's written and anything, can he just identify the languages of the other ones, but not what it means especially? Can he see I just want to know what languages it is, not necessarily what it means, just how it looks.
There is a symbol in each of the known languages.
So
unless that exceeds 16. I was trying to pull up languages here, but this computer's...
There's 16 known languages?
If there's
only
less...
14 symbols on the...
There was 4... Okay, sorry, I misheard you when you counted them. I didn't count them. There's 14 symbols?
yes.
Alright, I got it.
8 common languages, 8 exotic languages, and a couple hidden languages.
Alright. Maybe those symbols are. You said 4 hidden languages? 2 hidden.
It says a couple.
So probably 2. I mean, if there's
Druidic
18.
and
So.
elves can. What does
Oh
it
yeah.
say?
Hold on, does my character know Thieves' Cant? Or is that still just like a...
That's different from the rebel language, yeah.
Okay.
Common, dwarvish, elvish, giant, gnomish.
Oh, giant.
Oh yeah.
So there is no symbol for giant on there.
Right?
That's the big one.
That's the big one in the middle. Isn't it? The whole ruin is giant.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like a giant for like... I don't know.
Gnomish, goblin,
Oh, goblin.
halfling,
Oh yeah. Hold on, ask him first. Is there goblin?
Goblin, halfling. I'll just cross them out if they're not.
Okay.
Halfling. No, orc. I'm trying to think of other.
Hold on. I know
Maybe-
3 languages, but I don't remember exactly what they are.
Maybe drow?
There's abyssal, celestial, deep speech,
Deep speech would be
draconic,
drow.
infernal, primordial,
Common?
sylvan, undercommon.
Is there one just in common?
Oh yeah, there's not one in common. That would be.
Goblin?
There is a goblin.
Halfling?
Halfling?
Depends how many we're up to now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So yes, halfling?
8, 9 actually.
So yeah, one for a half.
How about drow or deep speak?
There is one in deep speak.
Hmm.
Well, we're up to 11 now.
Did we get draconic in there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Infernal,
Infernal's in there.
Yep.
primordial,
Primordial's in there.
sylvan,
Sylvan is in there. That's 14, right?
Nope.
celestial,
We got Celestial.
and abyssal.
Abyssal.
We have Abyssal.
Undercommon.
We have a...
There is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Orin,
Would it be Thieves' Cant?
Ogwyn, Ignan, and Terry.
Professor Farnsworth doesn't know Thieves' Cant. He couldn't say yes or no.
Is there one that he doesn't know? Or does he know
There
all of
is,
them?
there is one he doesn't know.
No.
I mean, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what
Unknown.
any of them mean, but he can identify based off of the.
So he's identified 13 of the 14 symbols as a different type of language. And
As-
there's one that he doesn't know.
Correct.
Alright, then that's 14.
Just leave it at that. Because you're going to have to cross it out anyway. Remember?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this whole time, as you guys have been asking and pointing, he's just madly flipping through this massive book of symbols that are like either known or unknown that are used as individual symbols to represent stuff or as part of making larger runes.
That drink he was drinking, is that actually like alcohol or is it like coffee?
You can make an investigation check.
Oh,
Does he know what the symbol in the middle of like the 6 means?
12.
No.
With the like triangles?
The next time he kind of pulls it up and takes a swig, you get a whiff of like apple cider.
Oh.
He's like drinking hard cider.
Okay, well, now that you've seen the symbols, you can.
I have to check the catacombs. Again, Farnsworth is so. The catacombs will take me. Probably the next day. I have to get permission from that damn headmaster, and then perusing them. I'd say come back, not tomorrow, but the day after.
Okay, come back in 2 days.
That should give me enough time to at least find more books. Stuff that has been sealed off, tucked away.
Yes, the forbidden section. Gotcha.
How did you know that's what it was called?
It's a hunch.
Are you making fun of my hunch?
Nope.
Yes, come back 2 days, and hopefully I'll have some good news, everyone.
Alright.
This whole time, as he's been like rifling through books, Felicia like hands him something, like grabs something that he's done with, and she's like trying to put shit away as fast as he's like rifling through it. He's got like these big thick glasses on, make his eyes look a little bit too big, and he's just reading madly.
Like bubbles?
They're kind of not quite that bad, but yeah, like they make his eyes a little distended, and you can just see his pupils just like across pages, like he's
Like
been
that one
doing this
character
his whole life.
from the newer Star Wars is what's her face?
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. The orange chick.
Yeah.
The found Luke's lightsaber.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was.
Yeah.
Kanata.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Babe, can you water bottle me, please? Time to start hydrating. Now that the caffeine's coming out.
Guess we're heading back to the boat. See how bad we are at sailing.
Yeah.
All
What
right.
do we call it again?
Tiny dancer.
I need answer.
Sorry, as they're leaving the room, can I hang back?
Sure.
Kind of a little bit.
Do I
Show the
notice?
Professor.
Make a perception check.
Nat 1. I don't.
No, you don't even remember where you are. You don't remember how to get back the way you came, and it was a straight hallway.
Let's go back out. Let's go back out and make fun of nerds. That shit.
Labyrinth.
What are you doing, Falconer?
I'd like to show him one of my scrolls. Ask if he's seen anything like it before.
As you pull it out of your pack, you see his eyes go huge. Where on earth did you find it?
From my master.
Earth?
Who is your master? And he's like holding his hands out very gingerly, like as before he was very like aggressive, touchy. Like now he's like, oh, like if you would let me hold this, it would make my day.
Yeah, I'll just gently hand it to him.
Oh, and he kind of brings it up and he's looking at it and he's like touching the crystals on the ends. Oh,
Fancy.
do you know how to open it?
I was hoping you could maybe help with that.
If I was there, I would just like.
Well, you know how to open it. You don't know how to read it.
Right, okay.
I'm actually glad you did this. I didn't even think about this coming in. Where the
Yep.
fuck is my
I figured it was worth a shot.
Alright, so this is for Matt's ears only. So, are you opening it for him then?
Sure, yep.
Alright, so from your backpack you pull out the severed hand and
Yes.
you unwrap the cloth off of it with the glowing silver ring of your mentor's sigil. And cupping it in your left hand, you place it on the black gem, and you place your own ring and hand on the white gem. And as you kind of focus and visualize the white magic in your right hand and the kind of crackling blue dark energy from Tiberius's hand, the metal just peels open into this like living metal scroll with glowing celestial writing across it. Oh my word! I've dreamt of this since I was a boy! Oh, please just... Can I touch it now that it is unbound?
Of course.
And he kind of like runs his fingers across it, and you know the sensation of like sort of like the tingling electricity that it leaves in your fingers, and he almost pulls back at first, and then his eyes just keep getting bigger and more interested, and as he runs his fingers down and feels the edges and touches the crystals now that it's unbound, and he starts to read. There were always the stars. The stars created the Father and named him Majorato. And I'll send you a picture of this.
You're gonna have to send that to me.
Yeah. Majorato was a loving entity, and when the stars tore themselves apart to create him, He wished to return the favor of his gift of life by weaving the stars, thoughts and minds that were the very fabric of existence back together. He found, after a short while, that the stars that were damaged, or that the stars were left damaged, would eventually fade away and die, leaving in their place a void that would leak grains of sand through space and time into the realm. As he finishes reading the beautiful celestial annotations, he's reading it in common, but it's almost like the flowing, silky, rhyming patterns of the celestials still find their way into his words, and it's almost more like he's reading a song than reading just written word.
And then it just says, oh, for a couple words.
Yeah,
Then you
I'll send that to you.
We're gonna put the whole.
Okay.
Good.
Cool. So I guess as that's done, I'll let it refurl back up, take my hands off, wrap my master's hand back up.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Professor.
Wonderful. Yes, yes. If you find more, I would be more than willing to help translate them for you. The words of the gods, my word. I have never experienced such a thing in all my days.
Okay, I'm gonna start pouring.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. You good?
When I find more, I will bring them for you.
Oh, I would be most honored. Thank you. And he grabs your hand and he shakes it furiously, and he's like kind of bowing, finding this odd, what's the word I'm looking for? He's pleased as punch. He's like, his eyes are like watery from the joy. You can tell this is something he's read about and heard about before, but has never seen or experienced firsthand. Cool.
Thank you, Professor.
No, thank you, my boy. Oh, such good news.
I will slink off and catch up with the rest of the party.
Okay. Yep. Quickly. Yep.
Oh, good. Hold on. Maybe for now, there's it.
Sweet. Snack time. Alright.
I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom break and be right back.
Okay, sounds good. Heading back to the Four Winds.
Yeah, to grab our boat.
Yeah. Alright. So as you get back to the Four Winds, you come back in and Alora's managed to get Brocky onto one of the couches. She's got him laying like on his side with a puke bucket right next to him. She's replaced his tankard of ale with a tankard full of water. Marty's got clothes on now. He's looking a little disheveled, but he's kind of getting his hair combed, and he's also drinking some water, getting ready for the evening's festivities.
We're thinking about taking our boat down the coast just to get
And she kind of arcs an eyebrow at you.
familiarized with how to sail. Is it possible we could borrow one or two of you to...
I mean, I'm probably
Maybe
the only
help
capable
us.
one at the moment. She says, kind of, not quite annoyed, a little more worried. She's like, oh no, gotta supervise a bunch of green sailors. But she's not unopposed to the idea, but she does kind of shoot a glance at your coin purse.
Obviously for cost, of course.
I can.
Of course.
And she kind of looks out the window at the sun. It's still like mid-afternoon. She kind of like weighs the pros and cons. 10 gold, and I kind of have to be at the south side of the city later anyway. Well, I can educate you as much as possible on a one-way trip.
Fair enough.
That would be great. I already know a
Alright.
little bit of sailing myself.
We shall see. And she kind of turns and walks into one of the back rooms, and as she comes out, she's like buckling her scimitar on, and
Really want to help with the cost of this?
10 gold. Yeah.
I think Corey's the most broke right now.
I can pay.
All right. So she comes out and she's buckling on her rapier and doing like the leather shoulder strap, and you see her like tucking a knife into one of her boots, and yeah, she kind of like starts to head out to where you have.
Lot of combat sailing down the coast of the city.
I typically don't go anywhere without my babies.
Fair enough.
Preach.
And she kind of gives you a little wink. And yeah, so she leads you guys out to the slip you've rented, and she gets to like the ramp and she stops and she waits for all of you to go on first.
Left foot first.
No, it's
Right foot first.
Right foot first.
Oh my goodness.
As you
dealing with a bit
lift
of
your
an
left
idiot
foot at the
here.
front of the party, Zodell just reaches out and grabs your shoulder, and you feel a little embarrassed that Zodell remembered this and you didn't, and you switch feet and step on.
Why?
Because you have a low intelligence. That's why. You told me what it was. Now I get to pick at it.
Which one's right again?
Yeah.
I had to write the whole time.
All right. So you guys all climb aboard, and she kind
My
of just.
intelligence is only one better than yours.
Oh.
Damn. What's your intelligence, Arya?
16.
Damn. Falconer?
14.
So we're just kind of down there. We're like,
Might be the most learned one here.
My wisdom's 17.
Shit.
jeez.
You are wise as fuck.
Constitution 16.
Damn.
Whoa.
Better than all of mine.
My strength is 19.
I rolled really well.
All right. So as you guys are now all on the boat, you're kind of standing looking at her, and she's just like, "Well, tell me what you tell me what you think should be happening. I'm a very trial by fire teacher."
Well, should we untether the ship first before letting down the sails, or
Pretty sure we have to get on first.
So you're all on.
we're on the boat?
We're all on the boat.
Yeah, so she directs you how to properly
Untether.
untether, untie, wrap your ropes, and store them. As one of you, whoever said sails, you said sails. As you go to like start opening sails, she kind of just like, and she points at the oars, because you're docked tip first. You have to row yourself back out into the.
Push away from the dock.
Correct. So
Finally, something I can do.
Zodell grabs an oar, and first you have to like push off from the dock, get a little bit of different distance, and then you slide it in through one of the rowing holes. Can't remember what they're fucking
Sit
called.
down and just like,
Yeah, Falconer.
this is great.
If she does this by herself, you guys are going to start doing circles. You want to help out on the other side?
I'll go do the other one.
All right, opposite sides. We've got Falconer and Zodell now. Kind of, she's instructing you like, take heed with one another. Look back and forth. Make sure that you're rowing in time. And as you start to list a little bit one way, then the next, and then you guys start to find a good rhythm as you get reversed out into the harbor area. She instructs you how to take the oars and stow them so that they don't come flying around if you get hit by stuff. Yeah, and then Arya, who's already a little bit familiar, and Riordan, who spent. Riordan's not with you guys.
Nope.
Nope.
Falconer. You spent a fair bit of time on board ships. You didn't pay a super lot of attention, but you've kind of gathered how to, at least if not tie, at least unleash and fasten the sails, because it's very much just like a release, let them drop, find your bracers for them to tie the bottoms, and as this is happening, she pulls Zodell over to the tiller, and very straightforward words, small movements. Just small movements.
Oh.
If you want to go that way very quickly, large movements. You can also tear your sails this way if you are pulling against wind. And Magnus, you come up and you're like taking notes because Odell's just standing there like and not like just kind of like when do we go fast? And you're just like, okay, I'm gonna make.
Where's the knots?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple of notes.
Where's the knots?
So within about 20-ish minutes, 25 minutes, you guys have the ship out into the harbor area. She's instructing now a couple of you, now that the sails are fastened, how to navigate through what is a very high traffic area. Like there are still festival time. There's hundreds of ships coming to and from every day. And so she teaches you the etiquette. Like if you're the smaller ship, the larger ship has right of way. You pass on their port side, stuff like that. And you're all kind of starting to get the hang of it. As things kind of pick up, she kind of takes you out a little bit wider, so you're not like right in the busy lanes of the naval traffic. And she seems generally impressed that you're all picking up on it pretty quick. Especially like there's only 4 of you. Like with her help, it's good. Like this ship's probably like a 5 to 7 man, like minimum ship to drive, to sail.
There's only
yeah.
2 of them when they got here.
There was 3 on board, but that was, like I said, that was a ragtag, small rebel fleet. Like they were trying to cram as many people on boats as they could. They only had 4 on one boat and 3 on another boat.
While I'm not commandeering the ship, is there any chance that I'd be able to like... Okay, never mind, that was a dumb question. I'm good. I was gonna ask if I saw
What's
Ryan.
the minimal amount of crew that could sail this?
You could do this as a 4-man crew. The recommended 5 at your ability level right now. The rebels that were piloting it before, you get the sense that they
I had a better idea what they were doing.
They had been at it longer, yeah. They've been well practiced. It was almost like all of those rebels you fought would probably have been on that other ship at first, and then they commandeered Tiny Dancer at some point, and they kind of had to split their crew to try and have advantage against going up against the Prometheus, and it didn't really work out in their favor.
No, it did not.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, all in all, with the training and getting down to the southern end of Calliope, it's probably only about an hour and a half. Once she teaches you how to like slow down and paddle into dock, and there's an empty slip, probably about 15-minute walk from where the brother house is. She's giving you a bit of direction. She knows the area where she's going. Yeah, she helps you guys get moored and docked, and she gives you all a small congratulations. And kind of holds her hand out to Arya for the money. Well, I must say you're not the worst first-timers I've ever experienced. Brocky was a bloody handful at first, but he's come a long way.
Well, the true test will be when we sail back.
Yes, you will be doing that. Well, you could leave your ship here. There is a dockmaster you could pay for an evening's worth of docking. You still have the remainder of that week paid for at the Four Winds, but we are a bit more expensive than your regular docks.
I mean, we'll probably be out for most of the night anyway, so maybe we should pay for our night here.
Yeah, you can do like a day's worth.
How much is that?
A day slip, probably like 7 gold.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, from a regular. You guys are a pretty small ship too, so they can kind of moor you in closer to shore, whereas like the larger merchant ships and stuff, they all have to be moored out quite a ways on the docks, and the docks are extensive. Like they're very wide. They have small ones in closer, and then like long ones that go way out, like Pirates of the Caribbean style.
okay.
All right. So at this point, you guys are pushing. What was it, like 4 in the afternoon?
Mm-hmm.
When you're saying Pirates of the Caribbean style, all I can imagine is Jack Sparrow like jumping onto the dock from the sinking.
Yep. That's a great scene.
That one's awesome.
Every time I watch
The first one was the best one, yeah. All right, so Arya, not Arya, Alora lets you know that if you're still in the neighborhood in the next several hours after her business is concluded, she's going to frequent a tavern nearby where she knows some people that are doing Alinorn party shit.
What's it
What's it
called?
called?
Puzzles.
Puzzles.
People will be like, why are they called puzzles? That's the puzzle.
Yes, I know the owner. He and I have some business.
I think they're co-owners, actually.
All right, and she kind of salutes, and just as an afterthought, she checks all of your knots to make sure that your ship isn't going to float away on you. She kind of gives a little nod, and then with her purposeful stride, and her sexy leather boots, she clomps off across the docks.
I do a big left-footed.
Yep, left foot off
Big
first.
jump.
Cool.
Alright.
I guess before she leaves, you guys can ask her
Tell us directions to the brother house.
about your catapults.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
I forgot that. I was going to do that when you were on the ship.
Yeah, while I'm on the ship, and I'm gonna like poke this. We're gonna be like, who's?
Yeah, so
The
while you're
weapons.
sailing, she's like up at the bow, like kind of like shouting back direction to make sure you guys are going the right way, and Zodel wanders up and kind of just. I feel like your version of asking would be like you'd point at it and be like, Yes, these are actually in relatively good condition. They're good for shooting all manner of projectiles.
I thought we went over this
Sandbags.
before.
I just told you guys, but you haven't
All
actually-
manner of projectiles.
I mean, technically yes.
Wonderful.
Like me.
Yeah, I was
I
thinking
thought
that.
about that too. Because like once you get your animal shape or beast shape, whatever it's called,
I have wild shape.
yeah. So it's like you could literally just like catapult yourself and then just like
Tiger.
turn into an eagle or something.
Oh my god, that would be cool.
Turn into a honey badger.
Wolverine.
Yeah. So yeah, she explains to you that you can put various items in there. Typically on warships, you would use bags of sand as like a blinding agent, like we went over. Lead shot, which you can stack 5, like 4 and 1 on top in the top, and then larger shot, which is just rocks. And
Is there any ammunition still on the
there
ship?
is 0 ammunition on the ship at this point in time, which is why I wanted to bring this up. So she lets you know that ammunition can be purchased at the Four Winds and also from local smithies, because they will make the lead shot. They just melt it into a ball, and you can buy those. The sand and the rocks are the cheaper of the ammunition options. The lead shot, because it has to be blacksmithed and
Crafted.
formed, they can run a little bit more expensive. Like
20.
it's probably like 5. They're probably like a gold a piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whereas like you can get like just a rock that somebody's like brought in, like, hey, we were traveling and found these good sized rocks. Good for catapults. Like you can get one of those for like a gold.
Wait,
And then
can you
back-
see what? Wait.
Yeah, because like, it's like
one lead shot.
it's like the big rocks, like
You wanna
25 pound
shoot
rocks,
5 at a
one
time.
gold. And
So
then
it's
the
like
lead
5
shot that
or
have to be
something.
blacksmithed, those are a gold a piece as well.
Oh, okay.
But like the rocks, they're just a rock. It's just like a good sized rock somebody came. So they're like, yeah, like we bought this off of a merchant for, half a gold, and then we sell it for a gold.
I mean, is there a better like with a gold? Is there like a better worth than getting the lead one? Just have like a better.
So the lead shot, like if you roll 5 successes, you can hit 5 targets, or have multiple lead shot hit a single target, and they all do. I can't remember how much damage, but
And then is the rock like the same thing, or is there?
the rock hits a singular target.
Oh, I see. Okay.
5d6 damage.
For a lead shot,
Yeah.
yeah. What's the? It's a +6 to hit with the catapult, right? You guys would at first be rolling with disadvantage
Range. +4 to hit.
because +4 to hit, right? All right, ballistas are +6 to hit, and they didn't have a catapult option in the D&D guide, so I had to make that.
Can't hit under 30 feet.
Yeah, so if something's within 30 feet of the catapult, it's too close for it to be able to do a strategic arc like that.
That's honey badger rage.
Yeah. All right, so Laura clomps away down the dock. She lets you know that, yeah, you can buy ammunition at the Four Winds. You can have ammunition commissioned. Like, if you want to buy, like, a 100 lead shot, that you can go through the Four Winds and, like, write a note. They'll send it out to a blacksmith and have it shipped in. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, like, yeah, the more your ship gets damaged, the higher the repair costs. Same with catapults. Your catapults can be broken and destroyed. They have their own armor class and hit points. And then those are also a little bit more expensive to repair because they're a working mechanism as opposed to just somebody putting a new board on.
Alright.
Yeah. And as you look underneath, there are 2 cabins.
Oh.
And then, like, a brig/storage closet where you guys could house dry rations.
Good.
And is there like a what do you call it? Like a storage?
So it's like poop deck, bow, main level. As you go down underneath, there's like a cabin here, a cabin there, and then at the very bow, there's like a storage place. And then like underneath that is just like the bilge where the excess water builds up.
That's where we keep the prisoners.
Bilge.
I mean, yeah, that would be pretty mean. It's only like 2 feet tall. And it's just like perpetually wet, so you just like lay them down in there and then close the hatch on top of them. They'd just be laying there like, oh fuck, this is terrible. Hitting waves, just like
Good way to smuggle.
Torture chamber.
Sure. Alright, Allura clomps away. Did you guys ask, you were asking directions before she leaves?
Yeah,
That's
to
where Seema's
the
gonna stay.
brother's house.
Yeah, so the brother house is basically follow the
Brother
coast
house.
until the wall, so you come to the city wall.
Okay. Thanks.
Anytime! Dockmaster's hammered too.
Oh.
He's waiting for his apprentice to show up so that he can go back to party.
Oh, sorry, do we have to pay him?
As you go...
I paid the
Yeah.
the dockmaster.
Okay.
Okay.
What was it, 7 gold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Brother house.
So what time do we arrive at the Brotherhood house?
So yeah, it was around
So
like
it's- it was-
1:30.
You got there, you went to the college, it was about 1, 2...
So like 3.
So it's like 3:34 in the afternoon. We'll say it's about 4 in the afternoon after all the conversations, learning how to sail and getting down there. And you're realizing like, oh my god, like would have taken us like several hours to walk from north end of the city down, and we got here in like a little bit over an hour, but that was with like a lot of lessons along the way, which kind of took you out a little wide. So you guys are all realizing like, fucking boats are sick. You need to get places.
Yep. All right. So approach the Brotherhood house and
All right. So as you approach the brother house,
have the contract out to show.
it's kind of you get to like the end of a street, and then there's like a wider kind of street that kind of goes around the outside, and it is fenced. Kind of like a curved fence at the front, and then the rest of the property runs back fairly rectangularly, and it's probably like 200 feet across-ish, 250 feet. Like, it's large. Like, it was a manor house. For whoever had built it or used it before, you don't know. But you can tell, like, 50 years ago, this place was...
Before the Brotherhood?
Yeah. It was something that was kind of like, oh, like, the noble that lived here died, and, like, Merrick's crew back in the day before the Civil War kicked off, or, like, kind of similarly at times, they were in Eleanor a lot more. Like, they're kind of almost strictly stuck in Dorelium right now because they're just at war in conflict, and the Brotherhood is like the elite fighting force. Larger rebel forces have been known to run from them as opposed to want to fight them. So they're kind of spearheading the fight against the rebels. So yeah, this place, not used in a long time. It's fallen into disrepair. It's very ramshackle, like shingles are off and like shutters are kind of hanging half off, and the lawns are overgrown and kind of brown, and the trees too are just like very unkempt. And as you approach, there's all around the outside perimeter, there's about 8 guards that are just kind of standing, and then directly at the back, like there's probably like 75 feet up to the manor door, then the manor itself, and then probably about another 75 feet beyond the manor that goes right up to the city wall.
All right.
Should we talk to the guards?
Approach someone who's
Yep.
kind of on our.
There's a guy like right in front of the gate. Oh, hold up. No civilians allowed, unfortunately.
We're here on business from the crown.
And he takes it and... Oh, yes. Abram! I can't read. Can you... He hands it up. And Abram takes it and he flips it the right way up. And you can tell this city guard, he's not an Alanoran. He's got like dark hair and a beard. And he was kind of like, his eyes just kind of glazed over when he was looking at it. And this other Alanoran guy comes up and he's like, you fucking muppet. And he opens it. Okay. Oh, okay. Damien. Love that guy. Has he ever shown you his picture of the dragon?
We have seen it, yes.
He told me he had to spend nearly $1 million on that thing.
Wow.
And then in your mind, you're all kind of like, he fucking stole it. And yeah, he's just telling tall tales. And he's like, okay,
We're all like, he stole it. I'm like, Seema stole it for him.
Damien is an excellent thief in his own right.
Man, I just have a grudge against her.
Yep, I don't doubt it. So, all right, so he goes over to the gate and he pushes it open. It's not locked, and it was really high-pitched iron squealing like it. What are you watching there?
Oh, sorry, that's a football thing.
I thought you were talking for a second. I was like, oh, sorry. What did you want to say?
No.
So yeah, the gate squeals open. It has not been taken care of. It's kind of like lopsided and scrapes along the ground as it goes.
Well, before we enter, what do you know about
What's been
what's
going
been
on?
going on here?
Honestly, I don't really know. I know that the king and Damien were in an uproar. Normally, I work at the castle. I was booted out here first thing this morning to make sure that nobody came near.
So is this your first posting here?
It's my first posting here. Yes, I've worked for the city for many years.
Is there anyone that's been posted here longer, or?
No, typically this house just kind of sits on its own. We were all kind of just gathered up from corners of the city and dropped here
No,
earlier.
so you guys have been posted here just within
Since this morning. And we will remain vigilant until we are relieved.
Do we know how many children have gone missing? And is it just children that have gone missing?
He kind of like just gets and he kind of pulls you away from.
May I grab a drink?
Yeah. Kind of pulls you away from the guy with the dark beard and walks with you a few steps inside the gate. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure. They were a bit tight-lipped about it around the castle. They mentioned that there had been some unusual disappearances here over the last week or so, but the king's nephew. That's what lit a fire under their proverbial asses. We haven't seen anything. We've been here since just before dawn. No activity, no movement.
What is the name of the king's nephew?
Cecil. With a C. Yes, his sister's son. I heard she hasn't come out of her bedchamber since.
Okay.
I've been quite a tizzy.
And roughly how old?
It's about 9-10 years old.
Okay.
Other reports were similar in nature. Some children, I think the oldest that's gone missing is about 14.
All right. Well, we're gonna search the grounds and then maybe head inside, see what we can find.
All right. I would like to say that if you holler, we'll come running, but our rules or our orders were to remain very strict on the outside of the property. Make sure that nobody else goes missing. If the rest of you don't come back, I'd be a bit concerned. We'd probably bring in some heavy hitters. Not that you're not heavy hitters, I just don't know you.
Understood.
All right. Perusing the grounds.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna maybe do a perimeter walk around the fence, see if there's any
footprints
signs
or
of ingress,
Make a
or
perception check.
signs like that. How
small
these
children.
maybe
footprints.
children are coming in to party. And investigation, you said?
Did you both roll 17s?
No, 15.
No,
Oh.
I got 17 altogether.
Investigation or perception?
Perception first.
Perception is
And are you walking
23.
with? You walking with Magnus? Or are you going your own way?
I'll stay with Magnus.
Okay. So as you guys start to circle the manor, you kind of go along the fence line at first, and it is slightly separated from the rest of the community. And you're checking the fence, and it's not like the fence has been, nobody brought bolt cutters and clipped in, but judging from the width of the bars in some places where it's in disrepair, children or gnomes and halflings probably slip through, no problem. You don't see any recent tracks at first. And then as you kind of go around the back, you come into this garden area, and there's some old stone benches that just have like ivy and moss covering them. And it looks like at one point this was a really nice sort of garden, a picnic-y, sort of like kids could run free sort of area. There's like a handful of stone benches and some large trees, then small trees, then large trees, then small trees. And it looks like at one point it could have been very beautiful. But at this point the trees are all like, their heavy branches from not being trimmed are kind of looming low, casting long shadows. And especially as you're like in the shadow of the wall now, it gives this whole like 50% of the property this kind of really shadowy, shady, kind of almost eerie sort of vibe. And then as you go around the south side, the side of the property, you notice that there is a gap in the fence where the wall kind of adjoins, and there's this passageway, and as you go down this passageway for about 20 feet, it opens up and there is a private dock that is adjacent to the property.
Nice.
Sorry, there was a hole in the fence on the south side?
It's less of a hole, it's sort of like where the wall and the fence meet, there's like an additional portion of wall that kind of turns into a corridor. And then outside of the corridor, there is a private dock that's also a bit in disrepair. It looks like somebody's used it once or twice. There's some
Private dock.
Private
Private
dog.
dock.
private dock.
You don't salute a private.
It's a major disappointment. Major
Maybe
disappointment.
it's
It is in disrepair. You can kind of see like there is some evidence of somebody using it for something, but not recently. Like probably like a small merchant or a small craft. Somebody needed a place to kind of hole up a little ship and dock there just for private use off of the dockmaster's radar, but not recently.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you seen any signs of like people coming and going?
Not really, no. There's your tracks as you look around. You see more of your tracks than anybody else. As you walked up, the guard pushed the gate open. It wasn't locked. You
So
presume.
they easily could have come in through the front.
Seems like nobody knows who has the keys for this place. Like potentially Merrick's Brotherhood, but none of them have been here in 5+ years. So the property is just kind of sat in disrepair.
How about windows, balconies?
Yeah, there's. Seems like how you would see in a manor where like bedrooms have a walkout balcony. You see about 6 walkout balconies, kind of at various heights around the entire manor. Some of the windows are broken, like the shutters are hanging off. It's missing shingles. Like even like the stone walkway up to the front porch is just like overgrown with moss and weeds. It's like pretty close proximity to the water, so there's a lot of moisture, and it's kind of caused. You smell like that rotting smell of just the disrepair and disuse.
That smell.
Unused.
That smelly smell that smells.
Smelly. All right.
Shall we go inside?
So it doesn't look like anyone's been in and out of windows or.
Not that you can see, no. Nothing. I mean, you make an investigations check if you want to go a little bit deeper. You guys rolled pretty good on perception. 12. Yeah, you don't see much beyond what you already saw. Nothing catches your eye that you like immediately would go over to investigate. The property seems like fairly accessible to anybody and everybody. but like you haven't seen a lot of signs of people.
As we've been like walking around the property, how many like actual entrances are there to the building?
There are 2 main entrances, one at the front and one at the back, that you can see.
What? Huh? I just arranged it so they're like exactly the same.
Nice. All right.
I'm gonna go through the front or the back.
No one expects you to come through the front. Down the front door.
Go through the side.
Jump through a window.
Throw the gnome through the window.
Go through the roof, just pop. Cut off to the ground.
Yeah, I guess we'll try the front then.
Okay. As you touch the doorknob. No, you go to depress the. It's one of those like grab and press a thumb thick. Like it's a pretty modern latch, and it's locked.
Alright. And what's his face said someone will be here around 8?
Yeah, between 8 and 10.
Alright. Well, let's
Check the back.
Said someone.
check the back.
Yep. Checking the back door.
Yep.
Locked.
Zodell, throw me through a window.
Hold on, I have a better idea.
And all the windows and stuff are closed.
Does it look like it's locked?
Some of them are broken.
Some of the broken windows are like up on the second level.
Wait.
All of the main floors windows are all intact glass.
Does
I
it look
can-
like eroded at all? The door?
I can turn into stuff.
You know what? The doors themselves, like they're older, they're well designed, but they're pretty thick, like wood with iron banded doors. Something of like a similar quality and strength that you would be able to throw up
Oh.
with one of those potions.
I could turn into something and go in.
Would it cost you anything?
Yeah, wild shape slot.
Can I try equipping my shield and just like stepping back and ramming the door?
Yeah, make an athletics check.
I mean, if we're gonna live here, we need the door intact.
Yeah. Try not to
Ah,
break it.
sweet, 22.
22. As you
What?
pull back,
Okay, we can just throw up a new one.
those only last so long before reverting back.
Oh
to
yeah.
then they turn into a stinking pile. As you barrel towards this door, and you aim right, because it's 2 sets, you aim right for the center, and you wham! And next thing you know, you're looking up from the ground. Those birds are flying around your head because you just ricocheted off that motherfucker.
Well, it's good to know that the doors are solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Alright.
Mama.
Shall we try one of the windows? Or we can wait until someone can come pick a lock.
Climb to where there's a broken window. Try to climb it.
make an athletics check with disadvantage.
I'm just picturing Percy.
I fell out of the window.
11.
You find some sure footing on some rock, and you make a grab up for like the overhang of like where the front door is, and you catch it, and you manage to get a second hand up, and things are looking pretty good. And as you go to swing your leg up, the shingle comes off, and you eat shit, and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fantastic.
Shall I change into a squirrel
I mean,
and
yeah, maybe.
scurry inside?
As long as you don't turn me into a rat. I'm so mad at that.
Well, can't turn you into a rat. Yeah, sure. Now, how excited you are to turn into an animal.
Do it.
Okay.
Wait. I did not know this.
Oh wait, I could turn into a raccoon because they have thumbs, and I could stay a raccoon.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Do I know what do they have raccoons in this world?
They do
Have I
not-
seen a
yeah,
raccoon?
you've seen a raccoon. You're from, you're essentially from like Dorellium's Toronto. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You've seen raccoons.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can like carry you or something. Or someone.
Yeah, because I can stay.
Wait, hold on. Would a raccoon be faster than
Then what? Then a squirrel?
her normally?
I don't know. You'd have to look up the stats for raccoon.
Let's find out, bro.
I have no idea.
I don't know if there are stats for raccoon. I don't think I've ever seen one.
There's got to be
I have to
stats.
find something that would be similar.
Yeah.
No, there might be. Someone might have done stats for raccoon.
There's 1,000,000% someone said raccoon stat. Come on.
Found stats.
Found
For
raccoon
raccoon.
stats.
Yeah. I'll send it to the group chat.
Alright, so I'm gonna turn into a raccoon. Wait, how high up is the window?
Probably like 25 feet up.
Okay, good, because I can climb 30 feet.
Great.
Nice.
Per round. You can climb higher than 30 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're not in combat, you can basically
I
just
can do
keep,
whatever
keep
I
doing
want.
what you're doing.
yeah, okay. So we're gonna. Okay, turning into a raccoon, I'm gonna climb up the.
Okay. The first broken window is straight up above the door.
Okay,
So yeah. Yep. You climb up,
climb in
you shimmy up like one of the posts.
with my fat little body.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
picture
and I-
myself like Tony,
Yeah.
but raccoon.
And you shimmy up and you get on and you climb up over onto this ledge, and it is just 1/4 section of the window that's broken of like the large window. So you
Turn back, give
the- is
everyone
the
a
fur
thumbs
blue?
up.
Is the fur blue?
The raccoon thumbs up.
yeah, do you want your fur to be blue since your hair is blue?
Oh, that would be sweet.
You're a blue
yeah,
raccoon.
I'm a blue raccoon.
Nice.
Yes, that would be awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Because of your hair, I will give you the option. You can look normal, like if you were trying to stealth
Or
or,
just
something,
be-
or if you want to be like Aria Blue
A
animals.
friggin' blue tiger.
I'm totally
Heck
fine with
yes.
that, yeah.
Okay.
Beast boy.
Yeah.
Everything's green.
Yeah.
As I climb in the window.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw going through the window.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn back and give everyone a thumbs up first.
And then I cut myself wild.
Sorry, dexterity saving throw.
Correct. Because it is broken glass.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Oh,
not,
yeah.
it's not tempered glass.
20.
Damn, yeah, okay.
Whoa.
So you like straight up ninja your way through, like you're dodging lasers past all the glass, and as you come in, you like see a big shard, and you're like, nope.
Today,
you scuttle in.
glass.
You're in. Let's see,
What?
where are you?
I'm above the door.
Mhm.
you said.
So you're in a really dim, light room. Everything's covered in like an inch of dust. Like
I have dark vision, so.
yeah. Like there's just like sheets and like stuff that's been thrown in corners. Like it's kind of smells terrible. Like stuff's been left here for a while.
Perfect for a raccoon.
Yeah. So you kind of come out of this window on top of like a dresser, and yeah, you're just like getting covered in like that thick, gross dust that just like comes off in clumps as opposed to like particles.
Oh, and you said it was dark in there. I have this fire one.
Oof! That raccoon didn't stand a chance. Yeah, what's that thing? That, like you have 5 ounces of it. Isn't that like 20 d10 for?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you climb in. You're like on a dresser. It's dim. Like the doors kind of open.
Okay.
16 d10.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Is it like a bedroom or like?
It's not. You're not really sure. There's not a bed, but there's like a dresser and a bookshelf.
Okay.
The window behind you, and then there is a closet that's just like open. It's kind of like a burlap sack in it that's kind of tied up. You don't know what's in there, but it doesn't smell great. It's very
Alright.
dusty.
All right. Okay, so I'll scurry down to the front door.
Okay. As you scurry out into the hallway, you hear a click, and you get struck with.
Uh-oh.
Kind of stealth.
1, 2, 3. 3 darts.
Good.
That's not bad.
I mean,
Why are the darts pointing so low in the ground? Oh.
That was a 2. You take 5 points of piercing damage as these.
this is the same cat that bit me today.
As a series of darts come firing out of the ceiling, you
I
realize
don't know what my health is.
your pudge.
I think 2.
Your pudge. You were like
Yeah.
waddling, and then you like hit a little tripwire, and this mechanism in the ceiling fired a series of 5 darts down, and 3 of them hit you in the butt.
Okay, so I'm now back to Arya form.
Your hit points are 2. Yeah. So Arya takes 3 damage. Because it
The
takes.
raccoon takes 2 and I take 1.
Was it 3
Didn't you
damage?
say 3
it said
damage?
5. Was it 3?
I don't know.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and another 2.
Oh,
There were
okay.
3 darts.
Yeah, 3
5
damage.
damage.
And they were
Okay,
just
yeah,
4.
that's fine.
Yeah,
So
so
I'll take 3 damage.
3 damage to you. Very nice.
First day with my mouth.
Yeah.
So you have 10 intelligence.
Come here.
Okay,
Come here. You're bugging everybody.
Wait, that's secret acquired.
Yeah, wiggle the fingers. Alright.
Okay.
so I'm back to Arya form.
You're back to Arya form.
Am I in a hallway? Can I see
So
down
as soon as
into
you
the
came,
foyer?
as soon as you came out, you you hooked a Randy to go down around the stairs, and that's where the tripwire was, at the top of the stairs.
Okay, so it's like a
So it goes-
circling staircase
Correct,
down
so when you-
towards the front door.
When you come in the front door, it goes down that way, or on the right hand side, stairs go up into
Okay.
the second section, second floor.
So
You're such a suck.
are there any more traps?
Make an investigation check.
11? No, 12.
12. As you make your way down the stairs, kind of at like the last minute, you see this floorboard's kind of elevated a little bit weird, and you pull out your stick and you nothing happens,
Okay.
and then you make your way down the stairs.
Okay.
It's just a shitty stair.
It's just a shitty
Mental
stair.
note, fix floorboard, top of stairs.
Okay, and so I'll make my way to the front door. Is there any traps around the front door?
Make an investigation check.
9?
You're looking around, not being very familiar with traps. You're thinking tripwires. That's that thing they tell you about. And you're looking for tripwires, and you don't see anything. And as you grab the handle of the door to unlock it,
White light.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because you're weak.
There should be a problem
15.
inside. Why would there be a trap inside the door?
Well, like if the door opened, there would be a trap.
So as you turn the lock, grab the latch, and pull, you hear a twang, and you duck and you dive, and nothing happens. On the outside of the door, I need Magnus to make a dexterity saving throw.
Son of a bitch.
Sorry, Mags.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, I could have done it.
9.
9, as you hear Arya, like, you can like hear her scraping and searching, and then you hear a click, and then another click as she grabs the handle, and then a twang, and out of the keyhole, a dart hits you in the belly button. You take 5 poison damage.
Whoa.
Oh.
Where's your rogue when you need him, huh?
Right.
Seriously.
So while this has all been taking place, about 20 minutes has gone by as Arya's kind of snuffled around the room upstairs, got darted, reverted back into herself, and made her way downstairs checking for traps. So you guys are probably pushing 5-ish, 5:30-ish.
Okay.
There's
the
a bunch
door
of
is-
traps everywhere.
But
Be
the door is
careful.
open now.
The
Yeah,
door
it's
is
open.
Great.
All right.
And you have a painful poison dart in your belly button.
I'm on the
Sorry.
ground still. Nah.
As the door swings open, you just see Arya. She's like dove out of the way. She's like got her hands over her head and the dust on the floor. And she's like looking up like, oh, thank goodness.
All right. Well,
I just thought we were in.
You successfully enter.
Yeah! I'm the greatest!
Shut the door behind us.
Okay, as you do, you hear a soft click.
Way to go.
Mental note. Trap has been reset. This is the back door, right?
Front.
This is the front door.
This is the front door. Okay.
We lock it behind us, no one sneaks in.
Probably.
I mean, the guards are keeping everybody else off the property.
Well, but they can see.
Fair enough.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Lock the door.
door is locked.
Alright.
The floor opens up.
Now that we're
You fall 20
inside, is the dust been disturbed at all in this front entrance? Does it look like anyone's been through here?
You see footprints from where Arya had come down the stairs. You see a couple of drops of blood on the stairs from where she had to like pull these painful darts out of her ass cheeks. But other than that, and like where she dove to like jump out of the way of what she thought was going to be another trap, and there's just like this long skid mark of dust in the floor. Everything else seems fairly undisturbed.
Alright. Well,
Take a look around,
yeah.
see what's what.
We're
So
in
the
like
stairs,
some sort of
the
entrance
stairs
foyer.
go up to the.
So when you come in the front door, and I'm doing everything directionally as I would, so mirror this. You come in the front door, and just like a little ways around, the stairs go up and around to the right and up onto the second floor.
Okay.
Straight ahead of you, so you're in a large like entrance area. It's larger. The door is offset, so it's big. It's big on the right, open, and there's a door there. And then there's a main corridor directly in front that goes down. There's doors on each side, and then it seems to open up into a larger room at the end.
Good. So double doors in. And then there's stairs that lead up.
To the right?
Yep. So if you come in looking to the right, stairs go along. They go along the wall and up.
Oh, so to the side.
So they kind of go up and above, like where you
Up
walk
and
in.
around.
Like in a sea, kind of.
Clear some space. I'm gonna draw it up.
Yeah.
Stairs.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It
Oh.
goes above the door.
Yes. So you come in here. So on your right, and then here. So that goes down. But on the main level, there's a door here that goes into a room over there. And down this way, and there's a door here. And a door over there. And then back here, it opens up as far as you can see. Rough guesstimate.
It's just a big rectangle.
Essentially. So that's like a room of its own. And where you were upstairs, you were in like this room over here on the upstairs portion.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is very rectangular format for the whole thing. And then as you spiral into the upstairs, they have their own rooms and stuff. But on the main floor, you're guessing. Nope. No, you know.
Roughly from the outside, how wide across was the building?
Like double the width of our house. Like it's a manor. Like it's big. So like our house length twice, and then
Would you
like
say
4 times
it's wider or longer?
It's longer.
Oh.
But yeah, like on the outsides of the property, there's like luscious green space on each side. So the property is fairly square, a little bit more rectangular, but the house is kind of long and skinny in the middle. And then there's all the foliage and stuff on the outside.
Okay.
Can I just check around, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah. Want to like check a specific door or room?
Closest one to me, I guess. I'll check this room.
Sure. As you open the door, it creaks and it kind of, like the door is not really set on its hinges. It's very loose. The knob's loose, and it's just a room filled with clutter.
It's a fixer-upper.
Yeah, it's been abandoned. Like nobody, as far as you guys know, has been in here for like 5 years.
And like, there's no other like footprints in the dust or anything.
Make an investigation check.
19.
No, as you're going forward, you're noticing that you guys are the first people to really disturb the dust on this level.
Okay.
On this level.
It is technically 3 stories.
Oh.
It's this level, and then the second story is about the same size as, like the same square footage as the first floor, and then it tapers up so that the third level is sort of
Just
small.
smaller.
It's sort of smaller. It could be like one larger room or a couple of smaller rooms,
Okay.
or just a big glorified attic. You don't know.
Mm. Well, 3 more rooms. Oh, let's go explore.
So you move on down the hallway, check another door.
Yeah.
Okay. You reach this door here, and as you go to turn the knob, it is locked.
Did we check that door?
Yeah.
He went in. It's
Clutter.
just clutter. There's like stuff covered in dusty blankets, an old barrel of crates.
Did I like unveil the?
You can if you'd like to.
Sure.
So yeah, as you pull off blankets, there's like a big armoire. You can make an investigation check if you want.
I will now.
Make an
I'm
investigation
gonna
check.
help you.
Wow.
They both rolled a 4.
6.
Yeah, this is a nice armoire, and you open a drawer and just like maggots, and there's just like mold, like something biological got left in here, and you're like, and you just close the drawer again.
Alright.
Is there any clothes still in the actual like big?
Yeah, as you open it up, it's just like a dusty old robe.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's like dusty old robes. It's just like some old shoes that are kind of just well past their prime.
Shoes.
They're just like, they're leather, but they're now hard as rock leather because nobody's worn them in 5 years.
Rock leather.
Rock leather. Okay.
Yeah. I guess we'll move on to that next room then.
Okay, so that
Locked.
second door was locked. This door is nowhere near the strength of the front door, if you would like to bash it again.
Can we check it for traps first?
Okay, make an investigation check.
First? Wait, he's letting me?
All
I
you
get my shield ready.
have to do is ask.
Oh my gosh.
Not 20.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
So even though you're not like super proficient with traps, you don't have like a lockpick set or anything. You take one of your crossbow bolts. It's like got the finest point on it of all your like kind of utensils, and you kind of like poke it in the keyhole, poke it in and twist. Nothing. And you like feel your way along the seam of the door. And,
Seam? Seema?
and right where one of the hinges is, you feel something a little unnatural. And as you kind of pull, you find this delicate little thread.
Okay. Stepping back way like around the corner of the door frame, I'm gonna take my dagger and I'm just gonna like try and like flick it or cut it or
Cut it?
Yeah.
Okay, as you cut it, you hear on the other side of the door.
Dang.
Oh great. Hold on. Did that can I check, did that like barricade anything?
The door's still locked.
It's still locked, but
Yep.
I mean, can I try it? Hold on, I don't think I need to like run at it. I'm gonna like
Make an athletics check. Yeah.
21.
21. As you're just doing like just a regular bash, you're not running at it?
Like a big like
Just
a
like a
shield.
okay.
Lean in.
So you shield bash, and you hear the door like crack a little bit, splinter. It's not disrepair, but you can't quite get through it. It definitely feels like something is now blocking the backside of the door.
Should we both try?
Make an
Sure.
athletics check with advantage, yeah?
I take him and I throw him into the.
Go ahead. You'll have advantage.
Okay.
Man,
11.
Xander, you are not rolling good today.
No.
So you and Magnus both like you nod and you get your shoulders up to it, like very Valhalla, like you're about to bust this door open together, and you take a big step back and then just Oh, and now both of you have aching shoulders.
There's definitely something on the other side of this door.
Yeah, thanks.
The door is still like closed, like latched closed,
Yep.
not like open and up against something that we can now like maybe just
There's a lot of crap.
strong arm open.
It's either the lock's really good or something's up against the back of it.
Okay.
Mister,
we'll
I'm
circle-
gonna
we'll
I'm
circle
gonna
back
flick
to
the.
this. Let's go back over to the other side, and I'll check that one for
Oh yeah. Okay.
unless someone has a better investigation than me.
What's yours?
2.
Mine's +3.
What's your investigation, Falconer?
+2.
Okay.
Also passive 12.
Passive perception?
Investigation.
Passive
My
investigation.
passive investigation's 13.
Yeah, I think Arya's got you.
Mine's 12.
I think Ryden and Arya have the highest.
Okay,
so you're
I'll
gonna
check this door.
check for traps. Okay.
17.
17. With your little tinkering fingers, you get like right close. Remembering that last time Riordan did this, he got an arrow or a dart in the chin. You keep your face a little bit away from the hole as you start there, and you don't seem to find anything there. Zodel, make an athletics check
Oh.
as Arya asks you to hoist her up to check the door frame.
20.
20? Alright, so you quite easily, like, foot and waist, hoist Arya up, and she goes around the entire edge of the door, and about 10 minutes passed, and you don't find anything.
Okay, cool. Can I open it?
Yeah, you open the door,
Oh.
it swings open. Noisily. Everything's very creaky.
What kind of room is it? Peering inside, just from the
It kind of
doorway.
seems like a lounge.
Oh.
Like there's an old piano, or sorry, I guess it would be a harpsichord in like the back corner, just covered in dust, and you can see the wood's not been very taken care of. A couple of chaises longues, a bookshelf, no books on it. Everything's just covered in dust. Yeah, just looks like a nice little sitting area, lounge. There's a fireplace over on the one side.
Okay.
Fireplace. Wait, you mean there's been like a chimney this whole time? That one.
There's a couple chimneys.
Oh. Oh, a couple chimneys. Wow.
It's a manor. Like it's
Maybe-
a big fucking house. It's mansion borderline. Yeah.
Anything interesting in here?
Make an investigation check.
Can
I'll
I
help.
play a note on the
You wanna
harpsichord to
roll,
open
or
a
do you want me
door?
to roll the advantage?
You can roll with advantage.
So Arya, as Magnus is walking around the room, checking stuff out, Arya kind of goes
just
over to
gonna plunk a few
the
keys.
harpsichord, and she like scooches up on the seat, opens it. Ding 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 ding, and one of the strings snaps.
Dang.
I got 21.
Put away in my bag.
21. All right, so you kind of go over to where Arya is, and just out of curiosity, you lift the lid of the harpsichord. Nothing except for the boing as one of the strings snaps. Has been not used in a long time. You like poke around inside the fireplace. You go over to one of the bookshelves, and then over to like one of the chaises longues, and you notice something glint underneath. And as you reach down underneath, you find something, and you pull out a crowbar.
Oh.
Fucking awesome.
I've been.
Little inside joke there for
I
you.
wanted to wait for that one for longer, but I couldn't. Other than that, not much of use in this.
Okay.
room.
I'm going to keep it. I'm going to use it.
Hey, Bob. You're such a suck baby. All right. Anybody else?
Nothing else of interest in here?
Are there any
really.
No signs
books?
of no
Out of
mention.
place?
Oh yeah.
There's no books on the bookshelves.
Oh,
like
no.
whoever was in here last, or whoever like whose house it was before it was the brother house. Seems like all the personal belongings were cleared out, other than like some of the older furniture.
Okay.
Is there like I know in lounges sometimes they have like bar ends sometimes.
Not in this one, no.
Ugh.
We've got this crowbar. We can try that other door again.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check with make a dexterity check with advantage.
You can do it.
13. Well, that one was kind of cocked. Hold on. 15.
15. So as you wedge the crowbar in and you pry, it's starting to come loose, and then the door itself just kind of at a point breaks and a chunk of wood comes out. As you look through and down, you see there's just like a pile of rocks up against the back of the door.
All right. So now that the lock has been broken, can we
Can I just try and, like-
muscle?
Yeah, if you guys want to do another athletics check.
It's got to be locked for a reason.
I'll give him advantage. I'll just
Well,
like
your strength is probably better than mine. I should give you advantage.
yeah, 22.
22?
Yep.
So as Magnus had got the crowbar in there and kind of broke out a larger chunk of the door, and you can now like get a hand in to open the lock, and you're shoving, but like seems like the rocks are only partially the problem. So you end up just the two of you with the good strength roll, just kind of like breaking off pieces of this door and like getting like a sizable portion of it broken apart.
Fine, I
And
was looking for more of an open space type.
yeah, so
Open concept.
make a perception check as you guys are busting in parts of this door.
Nat 1.
10.
10. Yeah. The room seems as nondescript as all the others.
Can I peer through the hole?
Yeah, you could fit through the hole if you wanted to.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
big enough.
Yeah.
Perception check?
Of
2.
7.
7 total. Yeah. It's a dark, dingy, damp, dusty room.
I'm curious why the door is locked.
You said it was
Can I
dark.
crawl?
I need dark vision. Just
I mean, yeah, you guys don't really see anything other than that. Like, I know all of you guys, well, except for Magnus, have some kind of dim light or dark vision. So, yeah.
Can I crawl through the hole?
Yeah, for sure. Climb through, no problem. Make an investigation check.
Not 1.
That one. You see like the gleam of something over in a corner on a shelf, kind of under some rags. And as you go over and you grab it, it's the hilt of something. And as you're like, okay, here we go, you pull it out and the blade has been completely broken off the top. And it's just a useless hilt.
Can I see, like,
You can
what
see
the room is now?
You can see now at this point there is some sort of mannequin-esque bodies
Oh, that's
um,
creepy.
that, well, they're kind of like, they're like a rod with like a body type thing on it, no head.
Oh, for
and-
like combat?
And on them you can see like there's these leather armors. This is more like partially armory where they would just like hang up their leathers or their armors after the fact. But there is, other than a moldy set of leather on one, you don't find anything else.
Can I move whatever's in the way of the door, or am I too small?
Yeah, no, it was a series of large rocks that was set as a rock trap.
Keep those for the ship.
We can use them in the catapult, for sure.
Yep, you definitely could. But
Um,
other than that,
I can't move any of them. I'm too small.
I mean, you'd have to roll for each rock,
Okay.
and you'd have to get like a 20 or higher for each rock. Like they weigh as much as you do, if not
Okay.
more. Yeah.
There's lots of rocks in here.
Alright, well, climb back out, I guess.
I'll just tell them
Yeah,
that,
so
yeah,
much
it looks
like
like an
around.
armory and there's not much in here.
A retired armory, like
Yeah.
not even armory, just like
There's,
kind of
like,
a
no
weapon,
other
a weapon and
weapons,
armor
or-
storage place. No, with and that one,
Can I roll again?
no.
Alright. What's further back?
yeah. What's this big one?
So as you guys walk into this large open space, it is a large dining hall, and it keeps going to like the back doors, but there is some retired, very dusty like chandeliers above, and and like off to the left you see a set of double in and out double doors. Yep. And just with a cursory glance, you kind of poke through, and back through there is like a servant's corridor leading into the kitchens and into the pantries.
So it's a large dining,
Yeah, it's
Room.
like where you're.
and that goes out to the back entrance.
So yeah, it's like it's a large room, and like all the way around it there There's like an old table that's probably only here because it was too big to move out. All the chairs are gone. But it's like a 30-foot, 40-foot table. Just like impressive craftsmanship and carpentry. It's just covered in dust. And then, yeah, it goes to the wall where the back door is, where like the back entry foyer is. And then along both sides, across the back, are like the windows for your natural light and to be able to look out into that garden courtyard where kids could play and druids could frolic in the gardens.
Okay. Is there anything of interest in this dining room?
This room is very bare. Like the table's basically the only thing in here.
And is it very big? Is it like...
It's like 40 feet long.
I'm still like looking to see if there's like any signs of like movement
Disturbance.
or
No.
nothing at all.
No. Based off of all of your passive perception, you guys are the first people disturbing the dust on this main floor in a long time.
Alright. I'm gonna make my way upstairs.
I'll help.
Do we notice any sort of like entrance to like maybe a cellar or a basement at all?
As this is happening, you guys hear a sound like a thunderclap outside in the back.
We'll have it be right by some windows. I will look outside.
As you look outside, I need you to make an investigation check. Anybody else joining?
I'll help.
Investigation check.
I was already on my way upstairs.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess I won't then. I won't go upstairs is what I mean. 11.
11.
Okay, so you catch some flickering, and then you see one of the trees, just something goes through it, and about 30 foot of tree just crashes to the ground.
Are there any back exits?
So you guys are right by the back door at this point.
I wanna walk out.
Okay.
Did I,
You
did I
unlock.
see what could have?
You see a little, and then this whole like half of a tree comes down.
Why are they attacking the tree? What did the tree ever do?
What did the tree do?
I mean, they've been
Obviously
following
it
us for
was.
days. Why?
You would have heard the thunderclap, yeah. Unless
Is
your passive
there-
perception was like a 5.
No, it's 15.
Yeah.
Is there like... Can I run upstairs and like... run to the back somewhere to see
You'd
what's
have
going
to-
on?
You'd have to go all the way around this way and then down the side hallway to any back windows if you want to risk it.
No.
At this point, based off of when they
climb
were
down from the ship.
basically like as they were, you were like, I'm gonna go check upstairs. I imagine you were only about here.
Okay, I turn around and yell, "Is everyone okay?"
One of the trees
Don't tell her.
has been destroyed.
Falconer, where are you during this?
Not the trees.
I'm still kind of just in that dining room area.
All right. So Zodel, you open the back door.
Mm.
You running out?
Mm.
Okay. Thankfully, no traps on the back door. And Falconer and Magnus, you guys going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed what's going on.
Stop watching football. So there was like a
To the bathroom.
there was like a thunderclap sound,
Uh-huh.
and then a couple of investigation checks, and they saw that flitting shadow, and then like a tree in the backyard was like a 60-foot tree was just like severed in half, and the top half just came crashing to the ground.
Yeah, okay, I'll run outside and see what's what.
Okay, everybody make a investigation check.
13. Not 1 for him.
That is a 1.
At this point, Arya, you would have caught up to them. We're not in combat, so you could just like sprint the whole way.
Yeah, I'll
See-
come back and
So you want to roll investigation?
see what they're gonna do or see what's going on. 13.
What was yours?
19.
13?
19.
19? Okay. So at this point, Falconer, you kind of like reach for your sword as you see these two flitting individuals, blades drawn, one's larger in the similar kind of black mottled grays. You see them just for a split instant, and you reach for your sword and your quarterstaff, and you see a smaller form in combat, and they are just rocketing around, seeming to be instantly relocating to places as swords and daggers are being swung. And it takes the rest of you a couple of seconds to oh shit, and then there's another thunder-like clap, and something hits the dirt in the garden, and there's just a geyser of earth up into the air. As you see one of these familiar-looking assassins, and Seema the Unexpected standing over him with his throat in her hand and a dagger drawn. Then she goes to plunge, everything flicks again, and she jets off, and then they come together in this huge, massive force. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Saving throw.
17.
8.
24.
14.
14. Magnus, you take 1 point of psychic damage. As your
Would that be
your
wrong?
clothes and hair are just like blown back from this force of these two things colliding.
Is it
And
like?
it's everywhere?
Oh.
Yeah. All of a sudden, like a burst of shingles come flying off of the house, and you think you hear like one of the chimneys collapse. And then as they land in conflict again, like surprisingly close to you guys, about 20 feet away, and you can just see crackling energy coming off of both of them, the assassin turns and he sees you, and as he does so, Seema grabs him and turns him into a mouse.
Yes.
And then slapping her
no.
hand onto the stone cobbles that lead to and from the house on both sides, she stone shapes a cylindrical hole, drops the mouse in, and stabs into the hole with her dagger. And you just see this guy who had just been polymorphed into a mouse, put into a cylinder about the size of a loony, and then immediately reverted from mouse form, just erupt like human toothpaste from this hole.
Gross.
As his body can't survive transitioning back into a person while in such a tight space, and it's just gore and guts and bone fragments, and it hits everything in its path except for Seema, who it seems to like arc perfectly around her.
Nasty.
Oh,
You're early. And she looks up at Magnus, for the first time making eye contact with you, and you see her eyes go a little wide, and then back to their hard, stony visage.
Wait, what?
I've never actually looked at you before.
do you remember me from somewhere?
Do you remember me?
I don't. My memory's not.
Like I said, you're early. Come. Why were you on the inside?
What?
We got here. We thought we'd investigate. That's what we're.
Why are you here? Wait.
Damien. I like these ones so much. And you see her, she's like walking around the side of the house. And she stops and looks back. Come on. And she leads you over to this overgrown, brushy area. And she immediately like pulls back some of the brambles, and there is a cellar entrance.
Whoa.
Oh.
How did? What? Seema.
What side of the building is the cellar entrance on?
This side. So this is east.
So the west side.
West side. As it sits.
Teddy west side.
Yeah, as it sits in.
So the entrance itself is on the south side of the building? The main entrance?
This was my initial shitty map of Calliope.
Yeah.
You guys are right here.
Oh wow, that was very,
Okay.
very solid.
And
So
it's
the-
actually a steeper angle than that if you look at the.
So the main entrance doors are on the south side of the building?
The main entrance doors are like kind of on an
To the
angle.
water?
So,
Right.
so that where that dock is. Sorry, you can't see.
Yeah, I can see.
Where this dock is, that's where you guys discovered that little walkway out to the dock. And then the main entrance is kind of on its northeasternly front. So it's all a little bit cockeyed just because of how the shore runs.
So the shore is like this way.
Yeah, it's on like a 45-degree angle. Yeah.
To the back of the building then. You said the front entrance faces Calliope.
Yeah, the front entrance faces this way, northeastern.
Okay, so it is very
So the
like,
back entrance is southwesterly.
Okay.
So you guys are on the northwesterly side over here, where the entrance to the
I mean,
cellar would
So
be.
the cellar
That
is outside the lounge area.
Yep,
Yes,
oh yeah.
give or take.
in the
This
yard.
this dining room does go on for a little bit. It would probably be like more right here where the two rooms meet.
But it's okay. It's on the building.
It's on, yeah. So it's like the cellar entrance goes down underneath.
There's a cellar on the building.
Okay.
And I'll sell her for $400,000.
Well, now that you're here, is the door trapped?
She reaches down and you see her hand shimmer. And then she grabs the lock. And she just crushes the lock in her hand. Pulls it off with the chains.
I could have done that.
Not anymore.
All right. Well, we appreciate you getting us in. You're more than welcome to accompany us if you want.
Fuck that. I got other shit to do. It's festival time.
Thank God.
I'd
And
have figured.
she goes to like walk away. She kind of starts chewing a nail and she looks back at you for a second, quizzically.
Did any of the equipment of these assassins survive?
Oh no. No. He got turned. Everything that he had with him was just like compacted and turned into mush and toothpaste. Like, I've been thinking about that death for like 3 weeks. Because can you polymorph someone into some small shape, and then they were doing the one episode where they went to go fight Raishan, and then she was doing stone shape, and it was like it only does this much, but it can do like a long skinny tube, and then I was just like, yeah, put somebody in there, reverse their polymorph, and then what? They're just crushed to death.
Gross.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very gross.
Arya, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I'm a puker. All right. Ah.
Nat 1. It doesn't even. No, Nat 1
No, I know.
doesn't even like at the point when this happened. It wasn't even like a hesitation. It was like, what is happening?
I want to laugh. During that, I was laughing the whole time.
Totally.
That was the coolest thing Steven's done. Which isn't, I mean, it isn't a high bar. So.
Great.
So yeah, she looks back at you as she's leaving, just very quizzically. You meet eyes again. She kind of just, huh?
Color her eyes, by the way.
Or check. All right, so the while I check, the cellar has been busted open.
Let me roll a check.
Check for what?
Her eye color.
No. While I check,
Oh.
it is written down.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you might have said before too.
Pretty sure they're blue, like a very sober blue.
Yeah, I remember you said they were like piercing.
All right, cellar's open. What are you guys doing?
Who's all damaged? I can heal people quickly before we go down.
There's been some subtle damage going on, yeah.
I'm 9 out of 15 hit points.
So you need 6.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Okay, you've got 6 health points back.
Alright.
That's your lay on hands.
Yeah. I'll give myself 2 because I'm down 3. I have 2 left.
I'm
Where
down
do you-
3.
Where do you touch him when you lay on hands? I would like to know.
Oh, just a nice little on the shoulder, friendly grab.
Why?
Because there's funnier ways to do things.
Yeah.
Takes you by the
And then a
nose.
little shoulder.
Just like 5 minutes.
Pokes you in the
Just a little
eyeballs.
reach down, just a little head tap on Arya. She can get 2 health points back.
Thank you.
And then touch myself. Give myself 2.
Ooh yeah!
Alright. someone that can see in the dark want to head down there first? or-
I'll do it.
Since you have the most hit points.
Tumble
just
down
in
the
case.
stairs.
Can we try and sneak down there quietly?
Everybody,
And does it look like there's any in and out of the cellar doors?
is there what?
Any traversal
Oh yes.
before?
Make a perception check.
I will
I
help
don't
you.
understand.
Yes. You could roll. Roll. 3. Yes. I hope you see.
20.
Much better than my 3.
So as you guys pull the cellar doors open, you notice there are some smaller footprints disturbing the dust.
Okay.
And as you look a little bit further down, you see some larger, sort of wet, slimy residue and
Is
some
it
larger footprints.
Fresher.
It is fresher.
So, small footprints going down.
Starting at the top. And then about halfway down the stairwell, things get slick and slimy.
Like the footprints are getting bigger and wetter, or
Like, is
Make
it
an-
gradual or is it
Make
just
an,
like
make
or
an
maybe
investigation
something
check.
was bigger and wetter down there and just grabbed
Make
something.
an investigation check
I'll help.
with assistance.
That's 11, and that will be better. 19.
19. So you do notice as you start going down the stairwell. I'll also have everybody roll a stealth check. Since you wanted to
Oh
stealth
god.
Smaller footprints were going in or out?
in. So you notice that there are smaller footprints
10. First off.
based off of the description of the incidents. They look like the size of footprints that would belong to
Kitties.
a 9-year-old to a 14-year-old. And about halfway down, you notice footsteps coming up the opposite direction that are leaving behind this slimy residue.
Okay.
The moistness.
And my stealth check is
21. 22, maybe.
22.
22. Yours was 10. Stealth check. Falconer, you have to roll a disadvantage.
I did. It's 16.
16.
16 at disadvantage?
What?
Nice.
I rolled a 16 and a 19.
Oh shit, nice. So Zodel's the odd one out. Alright, so as you start like sliding down these walls, you see like the cellar, it goes down a little ways. Probably about 14 steps. And for a cellar this close to the shoreline, it's a little deeper than you expected it to be. And there is just like constant condensation on like the stone walls. And you see a little bit of light ahead where the cellar goes from just this kind of narrow stairwell into a larger space. As you approach, Zodel steps on a frog. And you all jump out of your fucking skins as this frog is just like, Zodel jumps and it like leaps away and fucks off, and then
Oh, so I didn't like crush it.
you like start because you're slowly, and it was like if you slowly accidentally step on a cat's tail where they're like wow instead of that. So it was a very surprised frog, and it made a big noise, and you all just stand there in the silence, and the three of you just slowly turn and look at Zodel.
My bad, guys. My bad.
You hear a splash in the next room.
This corridor opens into a bigger space, you said?
Yep.
Does it, is it, would you say, the same size as the building above or smaller?
Ow!
What?
I stepped on a frog.
I stepped on a plug. It's that size. As here is the door where you all are entering.
Okay.
Everybody grab your minis.
Oh boy. Just imagine the swamp thing. The thing from the Black Lagoon. That's what. The creature from the book.
And as our intrepid adventurers step on frogs. I freaking love the treasures and rewards for this, because literally it's the first thing I wrote. Magnus can find a crowbar.
Nice.
Alright.
I'm going to use it to improve my opening door skills.
I don't know if we've told you about that, Ski, but when we were playing Deep Madness, like, the first time we played through, there's like 3 crowbars in a deck of like weapons that you can search for.
Out of like 50...
Out of like 50 some cards.
items.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was like consistently like 3 missions in a row. The first time Corey searched, he would find a crowbar. But there was literally one mission we did where he like searched, found a crowbar. Somebody else found like a shotgun, an SMG, and back to his turn, searched, found a crowbar. And then like later on, he was just like, all right, you know what? Fuck it, I need to find something, and found the last crowbar.
Nice.
Yep.
It was, yeah, literally all 3 in like a 2-hour mission. It was
Just
ridiculous.
attack with all the crowbars like General Grievous.
So I know these are goblins, but try to imagine them as giant crabs, okay?
Oh god.
Giant crabs. Oh boy.
Terrified of giant crab. I've been playing Elden Ring. Those crabs are vicious.
Nice.
Oh my god.
All right.
All right.
When you say giant crabs, are
I
they still
need-
like 5 feet?
Study the crabs. You could turn into a crab later.
Yeah.
Alright.
So to study a creature, do they have to like take a turn?
I don't know. I don't think it actually like mentions. It's just
I mean, it's up to
I
you.
think
you
if
need
I've
to
seen it and,
know
like-
what it looks like.
I feel like
You see a picture of it, but you don't know how it moves, so it's just a crab
It's
that
like
goes
if
flying.
you have like a
Yeah.
like a Pokedex, you have to take a picture of it and then put it into your little binder.
I almost feel like it's sort of a like throughout the battle, you could just like make perception checks about it, and then like
I'm gonna Google.
yeah, you Google while I. All right. So you guys were coming down this hallway. You haven't seen anything yet. It's a dim light room. And what's the marching order? Yeah, you.
Oh yeah.
You
Hold
were
on.
up at
Should
front.
we do it?
I
Should we
was-
do it by what our thing is?
By what your what is?
Well, no, I was
roll
not in
initiative.
front because I don't have any. I'm in the back.
Yeah, I was near the front because I was
All right. So Zodell's near the front. Falconer, you want to be kind of near the front too?
Yep.
You guys can march like 2 wide, so you could go side by side as Zodell.
Okay, we get that.
And then Magnus and Arya. Yep. This is going to be interesting without Riordan here. This was already a deadly encounter. Oh well.
Fantastic.
Is he
Everybody, roll a goddamn initiative.